start this reassembly video. Okay, so I've noticed, because I have to get this going as so. As you notice, there's a lot of lockups on this. Let's see. Now let's get this into the slider. Roll this over here. Okay, let's land this spring instead of that. I noticed that I somehow put it in fire position, and I have to get it out of fire position. I don't know I'm going to do that yet. There's a mid-lock prime somewhere. I mean, how many of you know they really don't like mid-lock primes? Probably all of you, right? Know that I really hate mid-lock primes. I'm going to find this mid-lock prime. Where are we hitting? Oh, okay. Here's a blaster pain in the ass that's causing problems. Okay. That's you. Okay. Alright, so see this right here? Right on top of this bolt sled. Right here, right above the... Oh, I'm sorry, not bolt sled. Right where the rails meet. Okay, is a lockup. Okay, which if this is in, it'll lock it up. If it's not, it won't. This is how you get rid of the mid-prime lock. Boom. The answer is real simple. It's with a freaking screwdriver. Oh, this is so hard. Why did I even put that bolt? Okay, alright. Boom. Boom. Out you go. Out you go. Out you go. I will say this, they do make these designs for this blaster very, very proprietary. And I don't like it. Like, there's a lot of things glued in, ratcheted in, put in, that are just sort of stapled or fastened, where they really should just be screwed in. I'm hoping the next version of the Centurion that they make, which I'm sure they're going to make another, because this must have cost them a shitload of money in tooling. Okay, I'm sure they're going to make another one. I'm sure they're going to make a different one. Do I think this is necessarily bad? I don't actually. I think this is a really good blaster. It just, well, you know, I think designers got too much into safety and too little into it not being an annoying product. Okay, so here we are. We got rid of the mid-lock bolt. It's gone. There is no more mid-lock. You have this rail right here in the front, that in the rear, and you have a torsion spring. Okay, so first let's just cycle the bolt here. Okay. So now we're at state 1, where you can actually pull the trigger. We're at ground 0. Push this through that top ratchet thing up there. Put that over there. Put this front rail guide in here. Put this rear rail guide there. Make sure you do not mess up that spring, because I suspect that's really easy to do on this blaster. Land this back here, as so. Ta-da! Just got it all in there. I did not take I did not take apart the gear assembly. I did not take anything apart. I did not do any of that stuff. Okay, didn't have to. Okay, so Let's see here. Yeah, when I get a birthday present, I do take it seriously, don't I? I do. Alright. So, what challenge awaits me? Okay. The magazine catch. The magazine catch. Okay. The magazine catch. What do we do about the catch here? Magazine catch. Magazine catch is a simple detent lever that pushes it back as so. That's all it is, right there, okay? So just make sure that this piece of plastic's in there, okay? Make sure this bolt piece is from one side to the other, okay? I don't know who designed this thing. I really don't know. You know, it looks like an outside firm designed it. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't look like something that Hasbro designed. It looks like something some other toy company or toy conglomerate, maybe a design company designed, because there's a lot of very unconventional to Nerf stuff here. Okay. Ah, cool. It's got airlets on the front. That's nice. Okay. Now, do I even need to put this in? Because I don't even plan to put this back on the side. I'm wondering about that. Should I try that? Is that a stupid idea? Is that stupid idea or is that a good idea? I don't know. I'm thinking yes, and the reason I'm thinking I'm thinking no, and the reason I'm thinking no is why should I have that? If I'm only going to prime it from one side, why should I have it? It makes it a lot simpler if I don't have a lockup on this side. I don't have to worry about it. Oh, that's just the prime indicator. Okay. I know, for shits and giggles, should I just take that out? Nah, just put it back together. Screw it. So we're putting this back together after a simple AR. So here's the interesting thing. This blaster can be one side primable. And if you do that, you don't have to put in the other side of the gears. That's my theory. That is my theory at the moment. There's the AR teeth right there. Okay. I've heard this before. This magazine catch, it's a bit tricky. Just push it in a little. Important aspect you have. Oh, there we go. I have it on my side. What important aspect you have to have as a model? Okay. And I'm losing these ratchet things because I want that front barrel assembly to be. I want it to be interchangeable. I don't want it to be like, that it's stuck on there, because I do kind of like. I do kind of like the bolt assembly. I do kind of like the front barrel, but at the same time, when I want to play with it all the time that way, no, I wouldn't. Okay, so if this doesn't go in very easy, what I just found is that that means that this is on the right side. Make sure the long side goes towards that. Okay, goes towards this cam over here and not towards the mag release shoe. Okay. Okay. There's that. On the other side of this, I'm gonna take off this ratchet right here. Yeah, I'll just wrap that side with like some duct tape or some sort of gasketing material or something so that sticks in. I mean, I really don't want that assembly to be ratcheted in. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like Hasbro designed it. I mean, is that a weird notion? That either Hasbro bought out the design, had a design firm do it, something. It doesn't. I've gone through a lot of blasters in my day, and I know that there have been some really neat blasters, and this definitely counts as one of them. It doesn't seem like Hasbro really designed this. I see a lot of things that a lot of Nerf blasters they would never do. Alright, so now my blaster is designed so that a left-hander cannot pick it up and fire it. I know, that's silly, huh? So a left-hander could never pick it up and fire it. Or at least prime it, without being extremely annoyed. Hey, that's my feat for the day. If I didn't pull off anything else, I made it so that they can't prime it from the left side of the blaster by taking out this. Now, why? I'll tell you another thing. I took this out. It's only on one side. What could this possibly do if, for example, I got a problem later on? Think about it, man. Think about it. Is it reversible? You know what? I don't think it is reversible. But I could put this on the other side if I happen to break the ratchet tooth during modding or something. I mean, that's something to think about. That's something to think about. Is that on this blaster, you actually do have two sides of gears to work with. But what we're going to find out, bolting this together real quick, is will it like self-destruct my blaster and not being there? It could. I mean, it might be a bad move. Doesn't seem like it's causing any problems with the bolt sled's movement, and since the bolt sled's movement is guided by a center rail instead of side rails, so it doesn't have per se a bolt sled. What it has, what it seems like, is a gearbox with two gears and a common gear in the middle that seems to guide everything from the center and the sides. So the bottom pushes the rail in and out from the gearbox to the side limit. Okay. Like I said, very unconventional, and I think a lot of people, sadly enough, are getting scared off by this. I know I was for a little while. Okay. I just didn't like the design. I mean, it was just like, I got retaliators that shoot so far. Why should I even bother? Sort of thing. But that's not the ticket. That's not it. Okay. So, let's see. I've got a few bolts in here. I got a few bolts in here. Let's put this bolt up here. Fasten that. Okay, all the bolts except for the top anchors. This one, the one in the very back, and the one right in front of here are the same. Those two are very big anchor bolts. Let's put in our magazine. Yeah. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. Okay. There it is. There it is. Pretty not bad. What kind of velocity is it pulling? I don't know. I don't have a crony, so I have to borrow my friends usually. But decent. Peace out, man.